Like I said before, my name is Oluchimado. I'm a talent maximization coach. I run an academy called Talent Maximization Academy. And today I have a very important conversation to have an African community in United Kingdom. I will share my slide. Can you see my slide in the comment section? Say yes, okay? All right. Yes, 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 yes. That's good. All right. As we can see, the topic of discussion is, I said that I will teach you how to turn your gifts into business in the UK. Sometime during December, during the Yuletide period, I went for an event and I met a young lady at that event. We got into discussion, but before we even got into discussion, I noticed that she was unusually quiet. A very interesting party everybody was enjoying, but she was unusually quiet. As we are discussing, I started asking her questions, and she told me that as she was at that moment, that she was confused. As she was saying this, she was shedding tears, and she said that, in fact, that she was planning to go back to Nigeria. She's from Nigeria. I started asking her what the problem was, and she said that she was confused, that the UK, she thought, the picture she had in her mind and everything, that she came in here, that opposite was the case, and as it is, that that she wanted to go back. I asked her one question. Okay, before you came into the UK, what exactly was your vision? She said she can't place herself on anything again. That the point was that she was confused and that she wanted to go back to Nigeria. It took a series of meetings with her to open her eyes to so many things that she never knew she had. And I know that there are so many of us here that are having this kind of challenge. Coming to the UK, everybody is always excited. I mean, we are going to Oyibo land. So many good stories about Oyibo land. At the end of this webinar, there are 3 things you'll be going out with. You know how to break free from survival mode and create something meaningful. Then you will also know the unique advantage your African heritage gives you and how to use it. You will also know a practical framework to turn your inherent gifts into a thriving business. Coming to the UK, this is how excited everybody. I don't know about you, but when I was coming to the UK, in fact, I pictured a lot of things. So I asked myself, how exactly will the ground be? Will it be, like plated gold everywhere? Or is it the normal ground? Will there be sand? All those things. And this is always the excitement. Fortunately, unfortunately, on arrival, after some time, some of us, this becomes a reality. There'll be so much confusion. People will think that they've made mistakes. I've heard many people, by the virtue of what I do, counseling and all that, I heard many people say, oh, I think I've made the mistake of my life, because from the look of things, what I'm seeing is opposite what I expected it to be. So many families are in trouble. So many marriages are in trouble. In fact, it seems everything has gone upside down. Coming from where we are, one thing that will help anybody in this webinar that is having a sense of confusion at this moment is that you would try as much as possible to switch from immigrant mindset to expatriate mindset. I'll say that again. Many of us came to this land with immigrant mindset instead of expatriate mindset, and they don't know that it is affecting them. Looking at these pictures, you can see the difference. These are people that are well organized. They did not just come to take from the country. They see themselves as people that are valuable, that they have values to share. So to them, they are important. They have value to share. They are not here to take. looking at these pictures of this young lady and gentleman, you can see how frustrated they look. In fact, looking at this lady, you may agree with me that probably what's going on in her mind is, what have I led myself into? Where do I go from here? Same thing with the young man here. So the first thing you may want to start doing is switching your mindset from immigrant mindset to an expatriate mindset. An immigrant is just going to a place to occupy. And one thing that occupies the immigrant mindset is, oh, when I get there, anything I see, I will do. But an expatriate is coming with the intention that it's not everything that is good for me. And I know that there are opportunities everywhere. If I don't like what I'm seeing, I'm going to create exactly what I need and what I have. Because already there are things that I have. I have abilities, I have gifts in me, or whatever I have, I'm going to harmonize them and create something tangible that I believe fits me as a person. So I know that many people came into this country with an immigrant mindset. The first thing you may want to do is to start switching it. The root of the common challenges an average African man or woman faces in this land, anyhow you look at it, at the end of the day, is interwoven around perception. I'm going to say that again. The root of almost all the challenges, or let me say the common challenges that an African person in this land is facing, is directly or indirectly related to perception. When you step into this country, the way you perceive yourself, in this country is going to be a direct signal to how you will be perceived. I'll take it again. As you are arriving in this country, the way you see yourself will trigger a signal on how people will see you. And how you perceive any challenges that comes your way could bet a solution, also more problems. I've met people that see themselves as, second class, whatever, or not even second class, as in whatever that is left on the table should be me, because I'm a foreigner here and the people here, they are superior and all those things. You don't say these things out, but when you see yourself in the group of those that owns this place, the way you carry yourself, the way you talk, the way you discuss gives you out unknowingly. So perception may not be a reality, may not be the truth, but it is more powerful than the truth, because the way someone perceives you the first time, it goes a long way to say things about you, and also the impression that the person has about you. Talking about perception, there are 4 cardinal points that will help any African man or woman that is coming here. You must be conscious of these 4 cardinal points. The first one is your health. The second one is your spiritual life. The third one is your social capital. And the fourth one is your opportunities. And all these things are also interwoven to your perception. Coming here, there is a place you are coming from. I don't know, when I say spiritual life, I don't mean religion. I'm a very spiritual person, but not a religious person. So when you are coming here, there is a particular setting you have about your spirit man. So on coming to this place, if you are not careful, you may be carried. And when you are carried, you can't place your spiritual life again. It's going to affect a whole lot of things about you. And when you now settle in, the way you perceive spiritual life, your spiritual life will go a long way also to affect you. Now, your health. Your health is one thing you should never joke with. There are many of us that when we come here, we'll be packing shifts day in, day out. I met a man that told me that he works 24 hours a day, and these 7 days, that is 247. 24 hours every day in 7 days. So what happens to this person's health? No matter how healthy or strong you think you are, 24/7 work in every week is like a suicide. And he said he can't remember the last time he has not worked like that, that it has always been like that. When you break down, the one dangerous thing about not taking care of your health is that when you break down, you won't even have the ability to go for that shift, for those shifts that you are packing. And the state that you will find yourself, it will be a very sorry one, because you're not working again, bills are piling up. Before you know it is affecting your mental state, everything around you. If you are someone that has family, it will affect your family, a whole lot of things. Then your social capital. There are some of us that their life is me, myself, me, me, and myself. Going to a place, or if you want to grow in life or succeed, there shouldn't be anything like, I don't like keeping friends. The reason many people say they don't like keeping friends is that because their fingers have been burnt once, twice, or they've had several experiences. They don't know how to make friends. There are people that juggled all their relationships together. You don't know who is your friend. You don't know who is your acquaintance. You don't know who is your colleague. You don't know who is your business partner. All of them, you model them up. No, you're supposed to categorize your relationship. Oh, this person is my vision partner. Oh, this person is my purpose partner. This person is my business partner. This person is my friend. This person is my colleague. Name them who they are. Label exactly any relationship that comes into your life. Label it, categorize them. Learn how to apportion them or to fix them where they belong. Now, your social capital is very, very important in this land. You cannot do life alone. Find your tribe. When I say tribe here, it does not mean, oh, I'm from Nigeria, I must go and look for Nigerian people. Oh, I'm from Kenya, I must go and look for Kenya people. When I say tribe in this context, what I mean is find those that their values align with your own values. But if you have not created your personal value, how can you dictate those that are your tribe? It will be very difficult for you. So you start by even identifying and creating your personal value system so that when you find your tribe, when you see your tribe, you can easily dictate that this person is your tribe. So your social capital is very, very important. I tell people that social capital is more expensive than cash. There are doors cash cannot open for you, but social capital can open doors for you. I cannot count the number of times that social capital opened doors for me. It's social capital that will tell you opportunities, that will show you opportunities, that will tell you when things are happening in this land. But if all you do is triangular life, you go to maybe your mosque, your church, you go back to your house, you go to work, how can you know when opportunities are there? You don't mix up, you don't have friends, you don't know, you've not found your tribe. How will you know when opportunities are there? So you need to grow your social capital. And when I'm talking about social capital, the social capital you are having in your country before you come here may not really serve you so well when you come here. So you still need to build social capital here because you are in a new environment. You need solutions. You need tools to navigate the challenges that may come your way. So it's time to move out and look for your tribe. Search for your tribe. Go to church. If you are a Christian, if you're a Muslim, go to mosque. Anywhere you have your religious gathering. If there are your community, maybe your country, your tribe or whatever, when you go there, search for your tribe. If you're observant, you will find out that I'm using this word tribe, not necessarily your nativity, but those that have the same value that you have. When you find your tribe, it will be easy for them to connect you to opportunities that align with your vision. Now, talking about vision, I don't know how many of us that have vision even before we came to this land. And there are many of us that had vision, but on arriving here, someone told me that, in fact, that she doesn't know anything about vision again, that her vision has been swallowed up by UK, that she can't get her life again. that the life she's living is just as if that she went and borrowed another life entirely, that she can't remember her original life again. This is a very dangerous spot for anybody to be, because it's not really all about making money. What happened to your fulfillment? What happened to your joy? There are many of us here that are gradually sliding into depression, but they don't even know. They don't know that they are sliding into depression. Do we talk about maybe homes, husband and wives and all that? That one is a story for another day. Recently, our family friend, they were at the verge of going back to Nigeria. I keep asking, why is it that all that you people can think of is always trying to go back to the country? It's because you've not opened your eyes to where you're supposed to. If not that they came to our house and spent some time, we had time together, the series of sessions with them. By now, probably they would have gone back to Nigeria. So you must try as much as possible to explore the social capital, and you need your social skill, of course, to attract your tribe and build social capital. Opportunities. This one is like, I don't know how to say it, but if you are here, you are not on the lookout for opportunities. But you cannot see these opportunities if you have not sharpened your social skill to grow your social capital so that you start exploring the opportunities that are before you. You can't know or see opportunities if you're a triangular person. Please, there is nothing like I'm an introvert. Even if you're an introvert, look for your tribe. There are those that have the same value that you have. Find them. How do you find your tribe? Those that have your value. How do you identify your value? Those things that are important to you. Create your values, then create your vision and find your tribe and start attracting them so that you start exploring your opportunities. I've talked about health. I've talked about spiritual life. So these 4 cardinal points, ensure that you hold them so strong. Once you hold them so strong, they are very, very liable. They can help you to stabilize in this country very well. Because when you are spiritually stabilized and you are healthy and you have your social capital, you can explore opportunities, and the things that you think that are impossible, which I'm going to open your eyes to, you start seeing them. So meeting with the right people, having a stable life, and exploring all the opportunities around you can make you to enjoy United Kingdom. There are those that at the moment they can't see anything good about this land except that they are making pounds. Apart from that pounds, there is nothing good about this country. But that's not my story. Relocating to this land remains one of the best decisions that we took. I came here with my vision intact, with everything, my gifts, whatever I was doing. So I even had an opportunity now to explore and do a lot of things that were maybe the tools I was not having and things that were like limitations before I came in. I now, it became this place became like an opportunity, a platform for me to really explore and do the things that I'm supposed to do. Now, there is one power every human being has, but it's so unfortunate that many of us, we don't even know that we have that power. You see, our mind. Human mind has the ability to create the future that it wants, the future that it desires. It has the ability to create it and also create actionable steps to bring it to reality. But do you know the problem that many of us are having here? One of the problems that many of us are having here is that we don't even have time to think. Time to think. If you get to that point in your life that you hardly have time to think, start crying and start looking for a solution to this, because it's a very big problem. Anything that will take your time and take your thinking time is an enemy. Anything that can take your time to the extent that it has stolen your thinking time is an enemy in disguise, because a lot of things happen when you think. Now, how does thinking happen? How does it really happen? There are 3 phases to betting success and greatness in mind. And the truth is that once you bet success and greatness in mind, bringing it to reality will be as smooth and as easy as 50% of greatness and success happen in mind. Because once you are able to bet it in your mind, You will replicate whatever you have done in your mind in the physical. I always tell people that nothing is too big for my mind to contend. Whatever I think of and create the actionable steps to do it and lay it before God is as good as done. And whoever that is around me, you cannot, there is no how you will be around me and you won't be powerful with your mind. It's not possible. Whoever that has gone through the Talent Maximization Academy, first thing they are taking back is the power of their mind. Your mind is your powerhouse. If nothing happens in your mind, it means that it's very difficult for things that you want to happen in the real life, because you need to see it, you need to imagine it, you need to accept it in your mind for it to manifest. So whatever you are doing that at the end of the day you did not have a thinking time, a me time, even if it is 1 hour, is a very serious problem. When the enemy wants to destroy any man or woman, he will keep the person so busy that he cannot think. Thinking is the mental activity of processing information, forming ideas, and solving problems. So if you cannot process information, if you cannot sit down and process the information that goes around you, and then from that information you form your ideas and start solving problems, can't you see that there is a bigger problem at hand? But this is the reality of so many of us. We don't have time to think. Excuse me. We wake up very early in the morning, we rush out, the next thing shifts. We come back so tired. I met a couple last 2 weeks. They told me that as at last 2 weeks, that they met themselves once, and where they saw themselves was in the bus. That is always as the man is coming back, the woman is going out. As the man is coming back, the woman is going out. In the real sense of it, you don't really blame them. You don't really blame them, because they are acting based on what they know. That's the level that the opportunity around them, that's the level that their mind can hold. That's the level that their eyes can see. I now ask them, so what happened to the children? They said at times they keep the children with the neighbors, stuff like that. Many of us, we've lost our children here. When I say lost, it doesn't mean as in losing them in physically. No. We've really lost some of our children here. Why? Because we are trying to, make ends meet. Okay, after making those ends meet, we still come back and find out that those children are gone. They're gone in the real sense of it. We've lost them to the society, to whatever that is happening here. So intentionality and knowing, being self-aware, and what is the implication of whatever that is happening is very, very important. Tonight, you must tell yourself you must create a thinking time for yourself, because the opportunities and everything we are going to share today, you need to think about them. You need to reflect. Then the second phase is reflecting. This is a deeper form of thinking, and it involves intentionally examining your thoughts, feelings, and experiences. It involves introspection, contemplation, and critical analysis. If you don't analyze a problem, you can't solve it. If you don't analyze a problem, you can't solve it. I had a meeting with our family friend, the person that said they were traveling back to Nigeria. Until I started asking her questions on the issues they were having, she was not seeing the possibilities lying before her. It was when I started asking her questions, she was dumbfounded. I said, but this is what you can do. This country can make you temporary mad. If you're not careful, this country can make you temporary mad. You wouldn't know that you've lost it. You've lost it. This used to be somebody in Nigeria that we call anti-respect, that comes up with ideas and everything. She came here, became so overwhelmed. Everything turned upside down. Her marriage, her relationship with her husband, the children. Until I sat her down, we started thinking. I had to help her think. That was when she saw her opportunities and possibilities to solve whatever problems that they were having. So if you don't intentionally examine your thoughts to see the options available, so if you don't do that, You can't critically analyze what you have. And when you don't critically analyze what you have, that's when you see people making impromptu decisions. Someone told me the family was scammed of 12,000 pounds for COS. When I started asking her questions, it got to a point that I started asking, how can you pay so amount of money when you have not done so? He said, my sister, you don't understand it. I was confused. In fact, I don't know what. And I understand the point she was. There was no time for thinking again. So all they were doing is taking, decisions without thinking. But by the time you explore that power that you have, your powerhouse, by the time you explore it and it gives you options, forms ideas, you can critically analyze what you have, all your options, and come up with one that will help you to make an informed decision. Then the third phase that bets success and greatness in the mind is meditating. Many of us, we don't even have business with this one. I was having which was it last batch of Talent Maximization Academy. I was asking, somebody said he thought that meditation is for some kind of people, not for her. That he thought meditation is for people. He said Indians, Pakistanis, and all those. Is like a religion, and that's exactly what it was to her. Every human being needs an hour of meditation. What does it do? Meditation is one thing that it will give you, it will make your mind so focused and give you a state of mental clarity and calmness. It will give you a state of mental clarity and calmness. You just pick a particular issue, you meditate on it. At the end of the day, you will gain clarity on it. Something that was interwoven with confusion. But all of a sudden, because you have given it a meditative thought, you now have a clarity on it and you are calmed. Because what gives people anxiety is when they are not calmed, when they can't see solution. How can you be calmed? How can you be calmed when you don't see a solution to your problem? But when you come to that state of meditative thinking that you can now see clarity, it has given you a mental clarity, you can see clear, you now see a solution to a particular problem. You be calmed. People are having anxiety, depression because they can't see solution to their problems. They can't be calmed. No matter the level of antidepressant you take and all that, it will not solve the problem, because once the effect of the medication clears out, you go back to square one. In fact, is even going to be worse. It will leave you in a worse state. So try as much as possible to explore this power, the power you have in your mind. It will do a lot of things. I was telling somebody that those who are too busy to think, will always work for those who think meditatively. I'll take that again. Those who are too busy to think will always work for those who think meditatively. Because the power you have in your mind, you don't make use of it. Another person makes that power, makes use of that power and comes up with powerful projects. You're always busy, 24 hours, always busy. They will employ you to come and use you to, to actualize their dream. Why? Because they were able to think, but you were too busy to think. So whenever it seems that you are becoming too busy around the clock, tell yourself, an enemy in disguise is around and I need to kick it out. Kick it out. Whatever that makes you too busy, be very careful. Give yourself, even if it is 1 hour, moment of thoughts. Now, I use Nigeria here, but I noticed that we have someone from another country, an African country, and I know that we have the same heritage. We have African heritage. So ignore this Nigerian here and fix African there. That there is this unique advantage of Nigerian heritage that we have that we don't explore. I find it common in every human being. When I have a conversation with you, even if you're not seeing it, I will sit and I will drag it out and show you. See, Africans, we have the ability to study and understand systems. We have the innate ability to study and understand system. That's why we easily go to places. We easily go to places and adapt. We easily go to places and adapt. How many whites can really go to the interior village, interior setting of an African village and adapt the way we do? They can't. We don't see this as an advantage, but until you sit down and think of it, you know that is an advantage. That ability to study and understand system that we have is something many of us are not using. When I came to United Kingdom in 2021, the first thing I did was to lay my hand on the ground. I said, I'm coming as an expatriate, not an immigrant. I'm not just here to take. I am here to give value. I said, I'm not here to take, I'm here to give value. After that, I started looking for communities that I can join to start serving my talents, to start serving my gifts. I said that the United Kingdom must know that Oluchi Madu is in their land. I will give value to this land. I'm not here to take. It will get to a point that they will see me so valuable that they'll be saying they can't afford to lose this lady. They can't afford to lose this lady. This lady must not leave this country. That was the projection and I gave myself. And I tell you, it has been a powerful tool all through. The second advantage we have as Africans that we don't look at is the resilience and tenacity to navigate through challenges. If the table should turn, if the table should turn, you know, there are times when you look at the people that, you know, our host country, when you look at them, the things that they say that give them mental stress, this thing is not a problem where I'm coming from. Yes, we have resilience, we have tenacity to navigate through challenges. Something that kills an African man or woman, oh, it will crush them. Why are we not exploring this? All I'm seeing is that those that are even exploring this, all they are doing is just to survive. We want to, you know, that tenacity, we want to survive. We are not extending it. We are not extending it to where we are supposed to use it now. I was having a session with a client. I said, don't just go to a place to work in a system. While you are working in a system, study that system, replicate it and own a system. Replicate it and own a system. What stops you from coming here? If you have passion for healthcare, what stops you from coming here? Study the system of healthcare and own a home care. Why are you not broadening your horizon? Why are they looking like big things? Why are we not thinking beyond now? There are many of us that even with visions, they came in here all of a sudden, they start settling to that particular life. They think, oh, this is just it. Once I can put food on my table, you know, those things, let me just be here. There are many of us that are doing jobs that are so detrimental to our health. A family friend working in factory for like 6 months now, he's almost bedridden. So why are we not using this resilience and tenacity ability that we have to navigate through challenges and start thinking of things to do, not really staying and adapting to whatever that does not even suit us? Then the third one is strong entrepreneurial spirit. Oh my God. I've never seen a continent that have strong entrepreneurial spirit like African continent. Why are we not exploring this strong spirit that we have? Why is it that many of us, we come here, all of a sudden, it seems as if we are trying to, you know, suit into something that does not really suit us, but, oh, you know, we are immigrants. That's that immigrant mentality. Once you're able to tweak that immigrant mindset to an expatriate mindset, you start seeing opportunities where you never even believed that there were opportunities. So from today, I believe that we're going to start exploring this heritage that we have and use them to our advantage. Now, I said that I will teach you how to turn your inherent gifts. I will teach you how to turn your inherent gifts to businesses here in the UK. Every human being on earth has talent. There is no human being that arrived this earth without talent. It's not possible. There was a day I was having a meditation. I was just reflecting. I said, God, now I understand why you bless everybody with talent. Why? Your talent is your seed of greatness. I'll take that again. Your talent is your seed of greatness. And your talent is an inbuilt wealth creation tool. By default, you have wealth creation tool as you are entering into this world. That day you arrived in this world and they announced, oh, somebody has, hey, this person has put to bed, oh. As the world is rejoicing, heaven is also rejoicing because heaven has just dropped a solution, a unique solution to a particular problem in the world. But fortunately, unfortunately, in fact, it's an unfortunate thing. At the end of the day, many of us do not even get to understand and identify this solution that we have, this unique solution. Yeah. Research has proven that whatever a child is supposed to be starts manifesting from the age of 3. There are those 3 to 7. They will be manifesting what they're designed to be in life. There are those their own starts late, maybe from 7 to 15. But the tendency for this child to become that person he is designed to be lies solely on those that are taking care of these children. Could be the parents, whoever that is around. I've seen people that will say, oh, you talk too much. Can't you see your brother? Can't you see your sister? Talk like your brother, talk like your sister. I once worked with a family, their son, very boisterous son of theirs. And when we are in session with the parents, the man said he used to be everywhere, but he's now a quiet boy. He was celebrating it. I said, sir, do you know what? I'm just holding myself not to shed tears because you've just denatured your son. He was looking at me. He said, no. I said, you've denatured him. God that designed him and made him to be a boisterous boy, everywhere. He did not make mistake. He didn't create him a quiet boy. He created him an outgoing, boisterous boy because there is something he wants, that particular quality. There's something he will use that quality to do in this world. But you've succeeded in denaturing this. I say, sir, the first thing we're going to do is that we'll start troubleshooting to bring this boy to who he is. When I started, the man thought it was a joke. I said, this boy has a problem now. He has a problem because he's not living his life. And from this point now, the things he will be doing will be entirely different from who he is designed to be. And at the end of the day, I said that a boy is running around and everything. You don't need to cut his tail or whatever. Convert that energy to something. Convert the energy to something. A child is talking, you say he's talking too much. Convert that talk to something. You wouldn't know who is an activist, who is designed to be an activist, who is designed to be a public speaker. And you say, oh, you are too quiet. Can't you see? In fact, at times I ask we parents, what do we want? A parent will tell one child, can't you see your sister? Your sister is expressive. The same parent will say, can't you see your brother? He's always quiet. You talk too much. Is that not a confusion? This child you are saying you are too quiet could be an inventor. This could be somebody that God has designed to bring cure for cancer. And you keep disrupting the system, whatever that is going on in this boy's or girl's mind. So it's an unfortunate thing that many people will leave this earth without living. They just existed. So I said that God is very, very fair in all fairness. That was why he gave everybody talent. Because that talent is your seed of greatness. It is your wealth creation tool. If you discover it, hone it, develop it, and discover the solution that the talent is meant to bring to the world, you are made for life. You are made for life. Just last week, a school in Nigeria signed up to adopt my books. What it means is that that side, all I know is that every term, money should be coming into my account. Another school has called me. We are going to also conclude on that to adopt my books, 3 of my books. These books are something I wrote once. It's not as if when they want to buy it, I'll go and write it again. No. It's just to print, distribute. Our distributor in Nigeria, once they need, distribute. So if eventually, because that's my target, is adopted by a state, and eventually probably by Nigeria, maybe to use as in senior WAEC or something, can't you see that is a celebration? Your talent is your seed of greatness. Talent will lead you places where even your certificates cannot open the door. Your talent is your wealth creation tool. And this is one thing that you can use to do wonders, create wonders in this land. And I will tell you and show you why. Somebody will say, okay, what exactly is this talent and how can I discover it? Whenever I'm having a training on talent, people will go like, okay, what is this talent? You've talked so much about it. What is it and how can I discover it? Yeah, it's what to be excited about. Now, I say that talent is a unique inherent ability to do ordinary thing in extraordinary way to achieve extraordinary results. Don't Google this. You will not see it like this anywhere. This is my definition. Talent is a unique inherent ability to do ordinary thing in extraordinary way to achieve extraordinary results. I had to really dissect this so that everybody can understand it. Talent is that ability that you have to do ordinary thing that others are struggling with. Very ordinary thing. Every other person is struggling with this thing, but when you do it, people go like, are you the one that did this? Oh, can you teach me how you did it? It comes so handy. It's natural. You didn't learn it. It comes so handy. That ability to do that ordinary thing in an extraordinary way to achieve extraordinary results. Other people will do the same thing, but your own will stand out. You pay a visit to someone, you look at, I don't know if you have seen people like that. They will come to your house. Once they sit down, they will start putting things. Give those people a house to decorate and they will turn it to a heaven. That is talent. You start cooking, you are humming, you are singing, and somebody say, oh, your voice is so beautiful. You say, yes, that's just it. I like singing. You don't know what you have. And whenever there is a problem in your family, there is a family issue, they will call you. Oh, come, we know that once you come, you can solve this problem. You say, yes, it's because I'm a peacemaker. You don't know what you have. There are so many things. You know, when we talk about talent, people will think that it's only dancing, singing, that there are so many things that are inherent gifts. Now, inherent gifts, you can see that I put it in the middle here. Inherent gifts have 3 branches. Inherent gifts. Talent is one of them. Personality traits. Personality trait is what makes you you, what makes you unique. You see somebody now, you say, oh, this person is very, very outgoing, so friendly. It's an extrovert. Or you say, oh, she's so calm, she's an introvert. That's the person's personality trait. This person came into this world like this. But most times, the problem that people are having is that they will leave their personality trait and start trying to copy other people. And problem sets in. That's when you see yourself trying to force yourself to become someone else. And what causes this? When you don't know what you have. And the next thing is that it will start telling on your self-esteem. You won't have a healthy self-esteem. But once you discover your personality traits, you are so comfortable in your own skin, and you discover your talents, the ability to do things, all those skills that you don't learn, then innate ability is that ability that helps talent to find expression. Innate ability is that ability that helps talent to find expression. Okay, somebody that knows how to decorate a place now, and this person is also someone that is friendly. This person loves planning events. Once you give this person something to plan, you are as good as going to bed with your two eyes closed. The innate ability this person has is that it's friendly. A business has been bettered already. Do you know the business? Event planning. And this person will walk into any office, meet people, make friends, get contacts, get business. So that's friendliness, ability to make friends is the innate ability that is helping the talent of organization to find expression. But the problem many of us are having is that we want to be like other people. And this is why every human being needs self-discovery. I say that the beginning of life is the day you discover the things you have that came so natural. The beginning of life is when you discover your personality traits, your talent, your innate abilities. Those things that you do effortlessly. You find out that those are the things that they house your confidence, your self-confidence. They house, and once you discover them, you will find out that you will have very healthy self-esteem. You won't want to be like any other person. You're so comfortable in your own skin. You are self-confident. Let's say it's somebody that knows how to sing. They call the person sings so well. And when they clap, your self-confidence is showing. You're so confident of yourself. And when they ask you, can you sing? You will proudly say, yes, I can sing. But if it's somebody that doesn't know how to sing, when they say, come and sing, when you go there, and everybody, yeah, you'll be so messed up. And once people laugh at you, your self-esteem is battered. So find where you bloom and plant yourself. One problem that we are having here now is that we landed in this land. We say, oh, what is available? We start fixing ourselves to what is available. But one question we've not asked ourselves is, this place I'm planting myself, can I bloom? The lady I met at the party that I shared with, she's working in a place that is very, very against who she is. Her personality traits, her talents, her innate ability, they are in conflict where she's working. So all whatever she's doing, the next thing she will be doing, they will say she's doing rubbish. And truly, when you look at it, she's doing rubbish. Because she's forcing to plant herself where she will not bloom. Then once you plant yourself where you can bloom, that's it. So I don't know how many of us that know our talent. I'll be quick to say that talent is not the same thing as skill. And talent is not the same thing as passion. Many of us are mixing all these things together. Skill is something you learned. It may not be your talent. But talent is something that you came to this world with. You came to this world with it. It's so handy. It comes so easy with it because it's natural. Then passion is something maybe you grow to like because someone you like knows how to do it. You can fall out of passion, but your talent can never die. With that, I will show you the 4 characteristics of talents. 4 characteristics of inherent gifts. Inherent gifts are natural. They are natural. You did not learn them. They are not artificial. You're not copying anybody. They are unique. It makes you so unique. I always say that 100 people can have teaching gifts. 100 people can have teaching gifts, but there's always something unique about every one of them. We have graduated many teachers from our academy, but all of them, they have different, there's something distinct about them. And they have different audience. So if you say, okay, because I have a teaching gift, it will be the same thing. No, it's not the same. That is where the mystery of God manifested itself. Every talent is different from your other. 100 people can have singing talent, but there is something distinct about them. You will listen to somebody say, yes, I know it's the person. Now her voice, of course, now her voice. Oh, I know it's this singer. I know his voice. But all of them are singing, and they are singing so beautifully. So another characteristic of inherent gift is that it is stable. There is nothing like, okay, today what I have is a singing talent. Tomorrow what I have is no longer singing talent. It has died. It's not your talent. Talent is stable. It can grow. It can develop. It can evolve. But it's stable. It is what it is forever. Then the next thing is that talent is fulfilling. You don't struggle when you are working with your talent. And that is why I always encourage people, if you want to create a lifetime vision, carve it out from your talents. Have you ever seen people abandoning projects? You look at, say, these projects, they have sunk in so much money. They've exhausted, they've done a lot of things in this project. How come did they give it up? How come? What happened? It's because it's not in line with their brain bent. Because every project, it will get to a point where it will come with challenges. So when it comes to that challenges, is that thing that helps you to get fulfilled, that's what will keep you. Because remember that this is something you love doing. You love doing it in the first place. So it keeps you fulfilled. You can't run away from it. If you want to create a lifetime vision, please carve it out from your talents, and you are going to actualize it. Now, how exactly, when we talk about this talent, how do we discover our inherent gifts? When we talk about inherent gifts, how can we discover inherent gifts? There are 7 questions that if you answer without bias, I'm using the word without bias, the phrase rather, I'm using the phrase without bias. Last set of Talent Maximization Academy, we had a lady, she had a cleaning gift. When I say clean, I mean C-L-E-A-N. So when I was having a clarity session with her, I saw that she was not comfortable. I now asked her, why are you not comfortable? The way you are answering, you say, how can cleaning be somebody's gift? How can cleaning be somebody's gift? The person we are talking about now, he has a cleaning firm in Canada. At times she will call me and say, Coach, in fact, I said it that the day I saw you, that was something. The person we are talking about now has a cleaning firm in Canada. This was somebody that was seeing cleaning as, how can somebody's gift be cleaning? You know, when we are going through the talent discovery steps and ruling domain, she was so uncomfortable. She would want to say something else. She would say that thing, say, but yes, it's like, I like cleaning, like that. So if you can answer these questions without bias, you will see your gifts. You will see your gifts, you see your primary gifts, and you see your secondary gifts as well. The first one is, what activity gives you joy and fulfillment, even if you are not paid to do it? I'll use myself as an example. Growing up, as early as 7 years, I started writing. In fact, I was my father's PA, so to say, unpaid PA. I used to handle everything about my father's documents, writing letters and everything. It was during the era of handwritten letters. I was that good with writing. While I was in primary school, I won a state scholarship in Imo State through writing. I used to write for magazines, Christian magazines and all that. It was my joy. Tell me to write and I will write. Later on, I found out that I love speaking as well. In school, if you meet me in debate, you are gone. No matter the class you are. When I was in JS3, I was beating those in SS3. I would debate to the point that you will lose all your points. I present things excellently well. So it happened that I also have the gift of speaking. Then if you're having an issue and I sit down in counsel with you, solution must come out. Solution must come out. When I was working in an NGO in Lagos State, the board of trustees in that NGOs, they will always want to have conversations with me. I was a youth corper. They will tell me, Oluchi, please, there's something I want to discuss with you. What do you feel about this? And I'll say casually, they'll come back and say, do you know that thing you told me? I did it and it worked out. I didn't see it as anything. So if you wake me up now to teach, to train, to present without eating, without paying me, I am good. That somebody is living here today and the person learns about his or her talent, I am fulfilled. So what is that activity that gives you joy and fulfillment, even if you're not paid to do it? The second one is, what topic do you enjoy discussing and reading about? You see talent, you see purpose. Oh my God. Wake me anytime, any day. Talent, purpose. My speaking engagements on talent, purpose. Fantastic. So what topic do you enjoy discussing and reading about? Francis, please, can you mute yourself if you don't mind? Thank you. Francis or Mobude, please, can you mute yourself? Background noise is coming. Thank you. So, what topic do you enjoy discussing and reading about? It could be a pointer to your gift. Whenever I go book shopping, if I don't buy book that will tell me about potentials, about talent, about purpose, my shopping will not end. My book shopping there must be something about talent, about purpose, about potential. The third one is, what is that activity that you can do over and over again without getting tired or bored? I can write. Whenever I am writing, I escape to my world. Whatever that is happening around me, I don't know. And when I pieces those words that you read it, you go like, I write out of inspiration. So what is that activity that you can do over and over again without getting tired or bored? Whenever they call you, you are ready to do it. You don't get tired doing it. What ability do the people around you commend you for? There must be something people are saying, you know how to do this very well. From cradle, everybody around me, they knew that I could write. They knew I could write. Then I was the talker. You call me to present, to talk about something, I will talk about it. So is there something that you do with so much ease, even when others do not find it easy? Is there something you do with so much ease? There are people that writing is like poison to them. During our WAEC exam, I finished writing my essay, those theory aspect of it, like 45 minutes into the exam. The external invigilator said I should go and sit down and go through it again. I went through it and gave him back. He said, go through it. I said, I've gone through it. He now collected it. He was just reading it and looking at me. Writing. But there are people in that hall, they were crying that day. There are people that when you talk of writing, they will have panic attack. So is there something you do with so much ease, even when others around you don't find it easy? The sixth one is there any activity that you do effortlessly and still produce amazing results? Is there an activity that you do effortlessly and still produce amazing results? There are those that when they decorate a house, when they arrange a house, you would think that Jehovah is coming that day in that house. It will be so beautiful. There is no extra thing, but the creative way they come, do this, do that, you go like, wow, was this not this same house we were in before? How come this person has turned this place to be like this? That's a gift. That's a serious gift. There are those that when they teach you, just explaining things in a very, very simple way, you understand it. But there are those that if they teach you, you even become more confused than you were. Those that when they teach you simple something that they are supposed to teach you, you even become very confused. And there are those that when they teach you, they will simplify everything. You go like, wow, you made this thing so easy. That's their gift. Then, is there any activity? Okay, we've said that. If everything was at your disposal, what would you rather choose to do? This is another pointer. You know, in the vibes that we want to pay bills, or we want to pay this, though many of us will be forced to do things that we don't really want to do. But if there are no bills to pay, if there is no bill that is giving you attack, there is no house rent, there is no energy bill, no council tax, all those things are sorted for life, what would you rather choose to do? The answer you give yourself is a pointer. If you can answer these 7 questions without bias, if you can answer these questions without bias, your gifts will be there. Your primary gifts will be there. Your secondary gifts will be there. Talking about teaching, you know, when we talk about teaching, one other thing that we don't understand is the business of our talent. Every talent has a business. Every talent has a business. Hidden in every talent is a business. You know, when we talk about teaching, many people will think that once you are a teacher, once you have the teaching talent, you'll be in the classroom. No. Our academy graduated somebody called Favor. Favor is the owner of Creativeness Academy. Do you know what she does? She recruits teachers. She recruits teachers that she supplies to different platforms in the world. She's building an app, as we are talking about now. She's building an app. This was somebody that she said that she has been in online space for 7 years, 6 years rather, without achieving anything. That there is no business she has not done in this world. She said, Coach, it got to a point, I thought that my village people has taken my destiny. She said, I've worked in hospital. I've worked as a teacher. At the end of the day, nothing. But she came to Talent Maximization Academy in 2013. I said, Favor, you have a teaching gift, but you are not a classroom teacher. You're a global teacher. Every space in this life need you as a teacher. We started exploring and developing her gifts. Today, she is truly a global teacher. She is building an app as we talk. Last 2 months, she graduated over 500 teachers. She trained and they get job opportunities teaching online, different areas, not even in one country. So your talent, even if you have one talent with one person, there must be something that is distinct about your talent. Many of us are here in the UK. We are looking at UK as there is no opportunity, or this is the only thing we can do. Or many of us are saying, oh, it's because of COS, this is that. Do you know that people are beginning to form businesses and register their businesses in Nigeria, here in the UK? The guy that is handling my business registration and tax and all those things for me here in the UK, he's a Nigerian. He's a Nigerian. So you don't go to a place and say you feel swallowed up because you're a visitor. You have value. The land of UK needs you. All you need to do is to discover your gift. Then you start the process of developing it. And as you're discovering your gifts, by profiling you, the analysis, you will also see your audience. Every gift have an audience. One problem people always have is when they discover their gift, they start selling it randomly. You burn out and get frustrated. Your gift is not meant for everybody. There is a particular audience that your gift is meant for. But when you start serving your gift randomly to everybody, you burn out, you become frustrated. Because when you approach those that your gifts are not meant for, you'll be getting no, 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 no. But when you streamline your gift to your audience, those that are meant for, you sell effortlessly. You sell effortlessly. I know of a lady here in the UK. All she does is sell fried rice. She sells like hell. When I say that somebody sells like hell, customers chase her. Here in the UK, a Nigerian, she sells only fried rice. As at last month or last 2 months, we have about 3 or 4 people, family friends, that were moving to their own house. And one of them said, I wish I can see somebody that would just take this off me. The person will make choice on colors of things, picking all the items, decorating. All I want is I'll just enter a new house. How about maybe somebody that has the gift of decoration, the gift of planning? This is something that someone in a twinkle of an eye, you make like 4,000 to 5,000 grand. Yes, because you're taking the problem off his shoulder. You're gathering everything, coordinating everything. All he needs is at the end of the day, he packed into his house, just come into his house. Opportunities are here. The problem is not the land. The problem is you. You've not discovered your gifts. And even if you've discovered, you don't know your audience. You've not developed your gift. You've not refined it. Because the truth is that talent is like raw gold. The beauty of raw gold is not known until you refine raw gold. That's when it will be attractive. Placing value on raw gold is refining it. As soon as you discover your talent and discover your audience and start developing your gifts, you will be amazed. You will be amazed. When I say amazed, you'll be amazed. You go like, why haven't I started this all this while? And that is when you will start thinking of registering your business, starting your business here, exploring the opportunities that are here. And you even get license. People are getting license to issue COS through their gifts. Through their gifts. So you don't have to come to this land and you perceive it as, oh, I'm finished. I never knew this is how this place is. You used to have dream. Even if as a child, you wanted to become this, you wanted to do this. What happened to those dreams? Why are they swallowed up? Those dreams are exactly who you are. And they are holding your fulfillment and joy. I always say that a life well spent is a life lived on purpose. Your gift has a very deep connection to your purpose on earth, because your gift is like a vehicle that will drive you to your purpose. Your gift has a very deep connection with your purpose on earth. So those that will make all the money in the world and they will still be telling you there is something missing in me, you are not living on purpose. And when you start exploring your gift, it will lead you directly to your purpose on earth. So I don't know who is here who needs to take his or her life back. Are you ready to take your life back and enjoy this land? You are supposed to be enjoying this land. I'm enjoying the land of UK. You're supposed to be enjoying this land, not feeling frustrated. I was having a conversation with someone recently. I said, okay, that when we came into this land, one thing, me and my husband, we held hands and said that we'll live here in such a way that even if it means going back or being deported, we will not be shattered. So if I ask you the same question now, let's assume something happened. And you are, what it means is that you're going back to your homeland. Where will you start from? Do you have something to fall back on? Do you know that it is your gift once developed that you can use and utilize everywhere in the world? Your talent, your inherent gift is universal. There is no land that your gift will not be needed. That is to show you the mystery behind inherent gifts. You cannot say, oh, my gift, it will not flourish in the UK. It will only flourish in Nigeria, or it will not flourish in Canada. It will only flourish in US. No, your gift is universal. As the sun shines in every part of the world, so is your gift. There is no land that doesn't need your gift. It's just for you to develop it, refine it, find your audience, and start serving them. And every gift has a vision hidden in it. Every gift has a solution hidden in it. Solution to a unique problem. It's just for you to find it. Your gift is an integral part of your life. If you are not using it, you won't be fulfilled. There is this joy and fulfillment that you will not experience. It's an integral part of your life. The original plan of God for man is when you come, you discover your gift and start deploying them where they are needed. But from nowhere, somehow, job comes into existence and started taking the place of work. The truth is that here in the UK, you're supposed to be exploring your gifts, and your job will be your side hustle. With time, when your gifts start paying you more than your job, you don't need a soothsayer to tell you that this is the time to say goodbye to your job. Unless you have a very deep relationship, your gift is related to your job. Then you cannot study the system and create your own system. So I don't know who I'm talking to this night. Please, can we enable our video? Let me see people's faces, because it feels I'm talking to myself. Francis Omabude, Ike, Ifeanyi, please, can we enable our video? I want to see faces. Can I see your faces? Can I see your face? We have 21 participants here. Awesome. Rake Bakare, you are beautiful. See the faces I'm seeing. They are not showing themselves. Yeah. So I don't know who I'm talking to today. Annabelle, very beautiful people all here. So I don't know who I'm talking to. It's time you take your life back. That you relocated to the land of UK should be a positive thing. It should be something that when you remember, you say, this is one of the best decisions that I made. You don't need to come to this land and be confused. You don't need to come to this land and be robbed of those things that make you happy. Those things that when you do, you find joy. All of a sudden, you don't have time for them again because you are struggling to meet up with shifts. How long? And some people will say, okay, until I get my ILR. For crying out loud, you will do something that does not give you joy till how many years? That thing you are doing should be your side hustle, not your main hustle. Explore your gifts. Explore your gifts. So with this, we've come to the end of our presentation today. And I will quickly tell you that Talent Maximization Academy is having an exclusive 1-month exclusive training. This journey is a journey that at the end of the day, you will ask yourself. A lady from South Africa, after I think it was September cohort last year, South Africa said, where have you been all my life? Why would it take me this long to find you? 1-month exclusive training. I will hold your hands individually. I'm going to profile you to tell you, you and I will discover what your gifts are. In your presence, you see your gifts and we'll harmonize it. You see your primary gifts and your secondary gifts. And you see the sharpest one to start with, because that's also a problem. People want to start with everything at the same time and they get frustrated, fade out. There is always a sharpest gift for you to start with. That's your primary gift. And by the time you develop it, is making money, it can accommodate other ones. The mystery behind gifts, inherent gifts, is so deep. Then I will show you, I will lead you through the process of self-discovery. You will discover yourself. You will discover those things that will make you feel confident of yourself. You will live with healthy self-esteem. Then you see this mind we're talking about. That's when you will learn how to meditate. That's when you learn how to choose your tribe. So that as you people around you will say, there is something about you. Nobody passed through Talent Maximization Academy that people around the person are not asking what is. You can go to our website, you see reviews. You'll be rebetted. You align with your purpose. You start knowing why you are here. You will know the essence of your existence. You start exploring your gifts. In the profiling, you will also find your audience, because it's not about finding your talent is not enough. Knowing those that your talents are meant for is very important, because if you don't know them, you can't sell your talent. Then we also lead you through the process of developing your talent, because if you don't develop your talent, you can't sell it. It's when you refine a gold that people will see the beauty. So your talent also needs to be refined. The fee for this 1 month exclusive training is £200, and it's a period of 1 month. I will hold you hands for you to discover all you need to discover and develop your gift, implement, and set up. So I don't know if we have questions. Please feel free. You can unmute yourself. Oh my God, this webinar was meant to be an hour webinar, but we've spent almost an hour and 30 minutes. Please, we'll wrap up at exactly 8:30. So do we have questions? Please raise your hand and unmute yourself if you have questions. Thank you. Wow. Okay, let's start from Rekia Bakare. I hope I didn't murder your name. I'm sorry. Rukia Bakari. Yeah, that should be the right pronunciation. You
Yeah.
unmute yourself. Okay.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Rukia.
It's Rukaya. Rukaya.
Oh, Rukaya.
Yes,
Rukaya.
thank you. So my question is, after discovering myself, knowing my audience, what's the next step like? Because for me, I have an idea
Okay.
already, but then how to now start doing something with it
Okay.
to start making money?
Good.
I don't mind joining the training on getting to know myself to be more I like to be more sure. But then afterwards, what's the next step? What do you have that will guide us to like proceed from there to start making money from
Okay.
it?
That's a brilliant question. Like I always say, discovering talent is not the issue. Many people know their talents, but they don't know what to do with it. Discovering your talent is just one step. Then from discovery, we also teach you, guide you through the process of developing your talent. If you listened very well, which I believe you did, you heard when I said that for your talent to have value, you must develop it. Because just like gold, raw gold doesn't have value. The beauty is not there until it's refined. So we'll take you through the process of talent development and what is called the business of your talent. We will find your own. Every participant of TMA has a clarity session where you will know the business of your talent, the business that are hidden in your talent. We will pick your talent now and start dissecting. These are the things you can do. There are times one talent can be housing 10 businesses. I'm not joking. You know, people will always tell you to make multiple streams of income. You must be doing this. You must be. With your talent, you can create multiples of income. You can create multiples of income. Let me give you an example. We run 2 academies. One is for adults, that's CMA. One is called PIDCA, Purpose Driven Champs Academy. This is for preteens, for teenagers, and for young adults. It's an annual program. Their own is an annual program because we want to know their growth. We start in January and we end in November. So 2 sources of incomes. My books sell effortlessly. When I say that something sell effortlessly, my books sell across the globe effortlessly. That's a stream of income. I'm a public speaker. I'm paid for speaking. That's another income. I'm a counselor. I counsel people and I get paid. That's another stream of income. I train. Aside that I train in our academy, other places they invite me, I train and I get paid. So one talent can bet multiple streams of income for you. So making multiple streams of income is not compulsory. It must be different things. Your talent, one talent can bet multiple streams of income. And in the academy, you discover and learn the business of your talent. You learn the business of your talent and how to sell your talent. Because we don't just discover, develop. We teach you, we guide you through the process of discovering your talent, developing your talent, understanding the business of your talent, and how to sell your talent. Leveraging, of course, we all know that the world is like a global village now with the invention of technology and everything. So yeah, that's that. I don't know if your question has been answered. Rukaya.
Yes,
Rukia.
yes.
Okay.
Rukaya.
Rukaya. I like your name, Rukaya.
Thank you very much.
You're
Yes,
welcome.
you've answered my question. Thank you.
All right. Okay. The next person is Chinelo Ichiebuka. Yeah. Yes, all my books are on Amazon. I have 9 books and 3 journals. All of them are on Amazon. I will share link. I don't know if my assistant is here. Vivian, please, are you here? Let me know if you are here, Vivian. I know she was here a while ago. It's like she has hesitated. Okay.
Good
Please,
evening.
good, good evening.
Good
Good evening,
evening. Thank
Chinelo.
you. Thank you for such an insightful session.
You're welcome.
My question is in two folds. It's
Okay.
quite similar with what Rukaya asked. I think you've kind of answered that because I wanted to know what other services do you provide apart from the talent and helping one to discover, you know. And
Okay.
then again, I've got a second question to ask, and I just wanted your own perspective of
Okay.
it because I've also been studying a lot about business and then financial freedom. So
Okay.
there's this thoughts out there that like earning several multiple streams of income, like you're saying, one person can have so many talents. So what's your own take? What's your own opinion on multiple streams of income where they say jack of all trade, master of none? Because if you are dividing yourself so much, then you're not an expert at one, and then you're dividing all those funds into several. So I don't know if
Yeah,
you
I got your
understand. Yeah,
question. I
yeah.
got your
So
question, and it's been a problem to so many people.
yeah.
I know people that change business almost every year. And I also know people that have like different businesses, but you can't really say, oh, this is the one that is really giving this person money. You know, that they are just everywhere. My suggestion is like when I said there is always a sharpest point for you to start from. Start
Mm,
from where you blossom. There is always that area that is your ruling domain. Don't bother looking for ruling domain. That's my word. Ruling
mm,
domain is that area that you can function like a king or queen. Start from there. You don't
mm,
struggle. You don't struggle there. And one beautiful thing is that it boosts your confidence. And when you develop it, you act like a king. You become an authority, gives you a voice. There was a
mm,
day I woke up, I went to Facebook, I saw uncountable notifications. I said, what is going on? I noticed that somebody asked a question in a very large group on talent that this person said he was looking for someone that can teach on talent. And people were mentioning my names. He said, you need to meet Oluchimadu. Oluchimadu is your go-to-go. That's it.
mm,
So people see me like an authority in that area. Do you understand? I've mastered that. So always choose your sharpest point. If you want to do business, choose something that is your ruling domain, where you will reign. By the time you have really come up there, you can diversify. You can
mm,
diversify. Tony
mm.
Elumelu, Tony Elumelu and Dangote, they are known for different businesses, but they
Yeah.
started one thing. So
Yeah.
start with one. By the time you've
Mm.
mastered that and it has really paid you, you've gained something, then you can diversify. But don't just jump to everything at the same time. It will drain you and it will
Yeah,
burn you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because
And
what
by the
you
time
want
you get
is
frustrated, you abandon all of them.
exactly. And
Yeah.
what I'm looking forward to is the money working for me, not me exchanging my time
Mm.
for that.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, one last question.
Go ahead.
And then about the academy you're talking about,
All
what's the
right.
frequency? Because you said it's 1 month. Is it intensive? Because if you're working full time, so what is the schedule?
Okay. We make our academy to be as flexible as possible. Like the last cohort, we had we had people from different time zones. Do you understand? We had people from
Mm.
different time zones. So our live session is 2 times in a week, and they are recorded. So if you can't meet up with a live session, you will watch a replay, and if there are any questions, we have a WhatsApp group where there is daily interactions, guidance, coaching, and everything. But live sessions comes up 2 times in a week, and they are all recorded. So you can always access that and have it at your convenient time. Has your question been answered?
Um, yeah, because previously you were saying you would hold our hands and work with it. So is it only just recorded, or are there going to be, I thought maybe there'll be like one-to-one sessions,
There
or
is.
there
Every
is, okay.
participant is entitled to one-to-one. That's where I work with you, you
Okay.
alone,
Yeah,
exclusively, to find your own talent, your audience, the business of your talent, your industry.
okay.
You know that
That would be
every
good.
talent has industry where it thrives.
Yeah,
Yeah. So every participant is entitled to an exclusive one-to-one clarity session.
thank you.
You
Thank
nobody graduates from TMA without, because from there we are going to create vision live. Your vision, you will create your vision, then set goal. I know that there are people that you set your goal, by March you start tweaking it. Oh, it's like this one is not working, you drop it. Before you know it, you're switching to something else. Oh, by September you're entirely doing a different thing, and by December you go like, oh, do you know I didn't achieve any of my goals? Do you know why? Do you know why? It's because you don't have a big picture. Since 2016 till date, I've never ended a year without achieving my key goals. And nobody around me, none of my mentees end their year without achieving their key goals. As a matter of fact, we end our year in October. We start a new year in October. So what it means, by October, we must have achieved our key goals. Then we relax, have our retreats, and create new year goal in that October. So what we do in November and December is flexing and picking the tools that we need for the next year. So that is that. If you don't have a vision, the big picture, a lifetime vision, there is a tendency that every year you won't be achieving your goal. And your vision has to be in line with your inherent gift. It's so deep. It's so deep, but we unravel everything. You see how mysterious the things God blessed us with is. Honestly, I said that when I get to heaven, one of the things I'm going to thank God so immensely is the gift of inherent gifts. Because once you it's an integral part of every human being. Once you discover it, you are sure that this is it. You can create your ruling domain. You know, this is where I can blossom. And you will see yourself excelling immediately. The favor that I talked about, the favor that our alumni that I talked about, favor came in as Favor did not have money to register for this academy. She borrowed money. But the person I'm talking about, in 6 months, she had started making 6, 7 figures in Naira. 6, 7 figures. Somebody that said that the village people has finished her, that they stole her destiny. That is how important talent, your inherent gift is your vehicle, a vehicle that will lead you to that land you're supposed to be. But many of us, due to, I don't know if it's maybe because of the orientation we had, the people we are living in their land, I don't want to call them, they did us dirty, honestly. We are no longer slaves, but mentally we are. Many of us are. There are many of us that believe that they cannot amount to anything unless they are in job 247. And they will squeeze all the juicy part of your life. And by the time you retire, you'll be empty. You'll be empty. Is that when you will explore your gifts? No. I told myself I'm not going to toe that line. I know that I'm made for more. I'm made for so many things. And I can't afford to go and be jobbing all my life. Then I'll come back during my retirement. Is that when I'll be writing books? Last year, I published 4 books and 3 journals. So is it when I devote all my time to job, all my time, everything? No. If I want to job, it's to be a side hustle. The main hustle is that my talent. That's what gives me the kind of wealth I want. It takes me to places that I want. So, who asked that question? I don't know if your question has been answered. Okay, somebody said people want to meet you. My name is Oluchi Madu. If you go to, for those that want my book, once you go, you key in Oluchi Madu on Amazon, it will show you all my books. For those that use sell as well, but I'm going to paste this in the chat room as well. I will also paste our website, everything about me, yeah. Or you can private chat me at the end of the training. Yeah, feel free to reach out to me. So does anybody have any other question? Please ask your question. I want whoever that is here, as you are going, you have something you are saying, oh my God, thank God I attended this webinar. Does any of us have question? Okay. In absence of question, I think we are going to call it a night. I want as many as possible to discover themselves and take their life back. There are people that when I see in this UK, I'll just be shedding tears. Honestly. I know somebody I knew in Nigeria. I saw her in this UK. I could not recognize her. She has changed everything about her. Her face, nothing to write home about, looking older than her age. What? No. All right. Somebody say, is there a payment plan? Yes, there is a payment plan. We have 3 installments payment plan, but the payments must be completed before the session starts.
Hello.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, Rukia.
So how do we make payments? Are you going to share it here or on the group or?
I will share it in the group.
Okay.
I'll share it in the group, yeah, so that one can easily click. One of the best things that will happen to anybody is discovering your gift, then discovering yourself. You see, self-discovery is the beginning of life. When you discover yourself, there are so many things that you will put your hand in your mouth and say, my God. Do you know that why people are manipulated is because they've not discovered themselves? They don't know who they are. There are so many things. Freedom comes when you discover who you are. Freedom comes when you discover the things that you have that you never knew that you had them, or even their uses. When you discover yourself, you discover where your strength lies. You find out that you don't need to start forcing yourself where you even have weaknesses. There are those that are working against themselves. They don't know. There are those that are working against themselves. They don't know. When you have not discovered yourself, a lot of things will be working against you. You know, there are people will say, village people, hey, I did this, it did not work. I told you a story of a lady that practically she said she thought her uncle has taken away her destiny. There are so many things we call village people, but village people, they are innocent of them. Because to be honest with you, I don't believe that anybody has the tendency to tamper with somebody that has discovered himself or herself. It's power that God has given you. It's power. that God has given you. So you need to find that power and start using it. That's why I said that your talent is your seed of greatness. It's still a seed because you've not seen it, you've not discovered it, you've not started using it. When you discover it and start using it, you will find out how powerful it is. During Nigerian election, for those of us that are Nigerians, after the election and everything, people were kicking against our elected president. Chimamanda Adichie wrote to US president. He wrote a letter. She wrote a letter to him. Why? Because her talent has given her a voice. When there is an issue, she can freely express herself. And if it were a non-entity, that letter wouldn't have crossed Nigeria, let alone getting to the White House. Your talent is your voice. Is a divine power that God has bestowed upon you, but it's so unfortunate that many people do not know. Why? Because of the system that was sold to us. Go to school, get a certificate, get a job, work, get married, build a house, get a car. What it means is you breathed in, you breathed out. What can you be remembered for at the end of everything? Is there anything that will serve as a legacy that when you are gone, generations to come, they will meet those things? These are the things you have to ask. And when you discover yourself and start aligning with your purpose, you will find a life that you never knew that existed. You wake up every morning, you'll be so excited and happy to meet the day. There are many of us that are waking up in the morning, they'll be so grumpy. Because when they remember that they are going to that place they hate, to go and spend a higher percentage of their time, they'll be so grumpy. They'll ask themselves, is this all that is it in this life? What's so special about this life? When you discover yourself and start living according to your purpose, you see the word of saying, I am fed up. You will never think of it, let alone saying it. Because you're full of life. You look forward to seeing life. You're so joyful. You're so fulfilled. You even be, oh, how do I do to meet up with this? Oh, you be so, there is divine joy and fulfillment that is better experienced than explained. The best thing that will happen to you this year is to discover who you are in the real sense of it. That is where life begins. My small rule said that people will always say, oh, when they give birth to you, life begins. Your life begins the day you discover who you are. You will find out that all the while you've just been existing, you will start living. That is the original plan of God for every man. Because when you take your power back, when you take your life back, who will manipulate you? Before somebody even talk to you anyhow, the person will look at you and say, no, this one, no be the. It even happened in the family. Whenever I'm having a counseling session with wives, after putting on my professional cap, one question or the other, I will know exactly if a man is looking down on you, treating you anyhow, I will know exactly where it's coming from. I was telling someone, I said, people always say that what men needs is respect. Yes, that's beautiful. Is submission. Yes, that's beautiful. But when a man is not seeing a value in a woman, he will lose taste. You will lose taste before the man, before you know it. Unconsciously, he start talking to you anyhow. Start disrespecting you because there is no move. There is nothing that motivates you again. There is no motivation. There is no inspiration. But you come and bounce to life when you discover who you are. Even your man will respect you. So the same with women as well, respecting their men. So, how discover my talent? You need to join the academy. That's the truth. Honestly, that's the truth. You discover your talent when you go through the clarity session. Someone said, wow, this is great. Thank you for the feedback. Thanks, passionate presentation and indeed a wake-up call. Yes, it is. It is. It is a wake-up call. It is a wake-up call. Someone, the 2020, is it 2023 said that Chinwenma is. She's a nurse here in the UK. You know, all those, oh, I don't have time. This, that. The person I'm talking about now is, oh my God. When I talk about her, goosebumps all over me. I would tell her, I say, look at what has been lying dormant in you. Go and Google the owner of Radiant Women's Growth Network. She's our alumni, Chinwenma Essien. She's a nurse. She's powering up everywhere. She published her first book that is going so global last year. And this was what she was holding. I'm a nurse. I'm a nurse. So you are filled with things that people will say they are impossible, but you make them possible. Things that you never knew that are lying dormant in you. Okay, some people want to connect with me, connect through WhatsApp, like I said. Is your book on Amazon? Yes. I think I've answered all the questions. All right. With this, we call it a night. Please share your learnings, your aha moments. I want to know what you learned, and feel free to reach out to me. Please, I will encourage you to take that offer, take that opportunity, and get your life back. I can't wait to celebrate you. Hi, congratulations for being part of this webinar. Congratulations for staying till this moment and for learning all the things that we shared in the free webinar. But the truth is that knowledge doesn't become power until it is implemented. So knowing the things that you have learned now is one thing, but implementing and going extra mile to ensure that you maximize every information is very, very important. Talent becomes and remains only hobby if it is not maximized. And trust me, nobody was given talent for it to just remain a hobby. You are given talent for it to be monetized, for it to be maximized, for it to help you to discover your purpose and live joyfully and fulfilled in life. So for this journey, there are 3 options for whoever that wants to really turn their talents into business in the UK. There are 3 options. The first option is do it yourself option. In this do it yourself option, you will go through a recorded course. This recorded course will teach you how to discover your talent, how to develop your talent, monetize and maximize your talent. And you also have a free 60 minutes clarity session with me at the end of the course. So what it means is that you go through this course and you have a 60 minutes clarity session where you have the opportunity to ask me any question concerning the course and get your clarity. For this, the fee is £50. For this, the fee is £50. The second option is a 1-month exclusive group training where you will be trained and you will be guided to discover your talent. It's going to happen live. Your talent will be discovered. Your audience, your industry, the business of your talent will be discovered, and you'll be sure of what you have done. And you will also be taught how to use your mind to create the future that you desire and see it manifest in reality. For 1-month exclusive training, there are those that will still be in the incubation room and they've already set up the business of their talent. So testimonies are everywhere. In this UK, we've guided a lot of people, nurses, healthcare assistants, those in IT, people from different sector, doctors, to understand the business of their talent and keep them rolling. For this particular route of talent maximization, the fee is £200 for a period of 1 month where you will get 2 live sessions every week, and you'll be in a group where you receive daily training and coaching on how to set up the business of your talent. You also be led through the ruling domain discovery test where you will learn how your talent is connected to your purpose on earth. So for this option, the fee is £200. And for those that would want payment by installment, you are also covered. All you need to do, any option that you prefer, just send a DM. Everybody is covered in this journey. Everybody, no matter how your story is, you are covered in this journey. You can have either option A or option B, and under option B, you can also have payments by installments. We want you to join the Talent Maximization Academy community, where people are maximizing their talent, monetizing their talent, and living their life fulfilled and joyful. It's time to create your own success story, and I can't wait to hold your hands to help you turn your talents into business. I can't wait to lead you through this process. I remain Oluchi Madu, the founder of Talent Maximization Academy.